as we get closer and closer here, we deal with Richard Crowe. I don't know if anyone remembers who Richard Crowe is. He's still around doing his thing. Yeah. He's a Chicago-based collector of unusual folklore and ghost lore. Crowe was has both a BA, which is a Bachelor's in Arts, and a Master's in Arts, in English Literature for DePaul University, and organized the very first ghost bus tour in the world, the Chicago Ghost Tour. For DePaul's Geographical Society while finishing his studies there in 1973. He is a member of both the Chicago and Salt Creek Civil War Roundtables, the Westerners, Chicago Corral, and the Al Capone Fan Club. Crowe is the Chicago chapter head of the John Dillinger Guide for Youth Society. He belongs to many other historical and folklore societies, nationally and internationally. We actually can't get into a few places because we don't have the reputation that Richard Crowe has. Another person during this time, actually, Lori Auerbach, professor of parapsychology and a prominent field investigator in psychic phenomena. He is an accomplished professional mentalist and psychic entertainer, performing as professor of paranormal, which is his name, which he does go around doing it, doing private and corporate groups. He served as president of the Psychic Entertainers Association for terms from 2001 to 2005. He is the creator and principal instructor of the Parapsychological Studies Certificate Program at LCGH Institute in Lafayette, California, which was approved by the state of California. It is available for campus students and for long-distance learning. He holds a bachelor's degree in cultural anthropology from Northwestern University. He is the director of the Office of Paranormal Investigations and the author of several books on the paranormal. His first and best-known book was ESP Hauntings and Poltergeists, a parapsychologist's handbook. Even though his focus is in paranormal research, in 2002 he released a book called Haunted by Chocolate, which has nothing to do with ghosts, which is just a history look at chocolate. I'm sure many people who have done the research kind of know this name, Dale Kazimierz. Well, born December 19th, 1952. We're getting more, actually, if people have knows, that these are actually Chicago-based researchers that are in our area. Born December 19, 1952, actively investigating paranormal phenomena since 1975, he has conducted many investigations concerning ghost sites, haunted houses, battlefields, cemeteries, Indian burial grounds, murder sites, churches, and sacred sites. Author of many books, including Windy City Ghosts 2, and Field Guide to Ghost Hunting Techniques. He was most likely one of the first books I picked up was Dale Kazimierz's books, which talked a little about Bachelor's Grove and so on. I later got into some other local people. Dale Kazimierz still is around. He's the president of the Ghost Research Society and editor of the journal. I'm actually friends with him on Facebook. I haven't fully talked with him yet, but hopefully maybe we'll be able to talk soon. He is the publisher of Ghost Research Society Press, which produces and publishes fine quality books on the paranormal, mysterious, and supernatural since 2004. He teaches an online course at IMU International Metaphysical University called Ghost Hunting Techniques. This is an interactive online course that teaches the student all about ghost hunting, from the early ghost hunter pioneers to the interview process, proper setup of equipment, etc. Another huge influence, Troy Taylor. I actually got to talk to him a little bit about his involvement with the St. Francisville experiment. I don't know if you guys ever watched or heard about that movie. It's a movie that's supposedly based on true claims, but as far as I could tell, it really is just a movie. They had Troy Taylor do a little intro in the beginning. I asked Troy Taylor about it, what his involvement was, and he basically told me that exact same thing. It was just a movie. So it kind of gives you a little insight on what that was all about itself. Troy Taylor is an occultist, supernatural historian, the author of 82 books on ghost hauntings in history, crime and the unexplained in America. He is also the founder of American Ghost Society and the owner of the Illinois and American Hauntings Tour companies. He began his first book in 1989, which delves into the history and hauntings of Decatur, Illinois, and in 1994, it spawned the Haunted Decatur Tour, and eventually led to the founding of his Illinois Hauntings Tours, with current tours in Alton, Chicago, Decatur, Lebanon, and Jacksonville. And and the American Haunting Tours, which travel all over the country in search of haunted places. This guy is very busy. In 1996, Taylor organized a group of ghost enthusiasts into an investigation team, and the American Ghost Society was launched. Gained over 600 members in the years that followed, the organization continues today as one of America's largest and most honored research groups. In 1997, Taylor launched the Haunted America Conference, regarding as America's original ghost conference in Decatur, Illinois. After a number of years in Alton, the conference has returned to its original site, the Lincoln Theater in Decatur. You can find out, I believe it's like every June, or it's pretty much the spring that he ends up doing that conference. The Haunted America Conference remains the most imitated conference in the country, and in 2001 held the 15th annual events in California and Illinois. In addition to the tour companies and Haunted American Conference, Taylor is also the founder of Whitechapel Press, a publishing company for the books about the paranormal that he started in 1993, and Dark Haven Entertainment. In 2011, he also became the principal owner of Haunted Avon Theater in Decatur, Illinois. I gotta get what this guy's doing, he's making a lot of money. Yeah. Along with writing about the unusual hosting tours, Taylor is also a public speaker on the subject of ghosts and hauntings. He has appeared in scores of newspaper magazine articles about the subject and hundreds of radio and TV show broadcasts about the supernatural. Here's a big one. Someone else got a book here. Ursula, I got to meet her. We actually met during a speaking event at Horribles in Chicago, which is like a horror store that deals with memorabilia and so on. You buy DVDs, toys, and so on. And she became an acquaintance from there. We actually got to run into her recently at Waverly Hills. I didn't even know she was coming, but she was there. We got to talk a little bit, and hopefully maybe this will lead to maybe some more work or some other things to connect with her. She's also a huge influence. I think her, Dale, and Troy by far, if anything,